Hello, welcome to the Romcommys. I'm Liesl,
I'm Jeff.
and we are middle-aged adventure walks. Today, we are going to take you on a beautiful walk while we have a great time discussing one of my favorite rom-coms of all time, Some Kind of Wonderful.
And we're giving it an award. Some kind of wonderful.
We're giving it a rom-commy because it's
Very prestigious and some kind of wonderful.
exactly. To which everybody sings that song, but it's actually not in the movie.
Right, and you think it would be?
But
Why why didn't they use it? No, we'll look into that. If anybody knows, why did they not actually put that song in there? Could they not get the rights? What was the story?
Maybe it was a right situation. Anyway,
Great song.
we're so excited to talk about this movie. A lot of times with our rom-commies, we try not to talk about what we saw too much before because we want to save all our gusto and excitement and realizations for these moments with you. But I will admit, it was really hard with this one. We did a little tiny bit of talking, but I think we'll get those things back, those things that we said. So
Well, and it was within a week.
yes.
And again, our exception to the rule in the sense that we both know that movie fairly well. You far better than me.
I do know it well. So that's great. And if you're wondering, for those of you who are watching, not just listening, we are in Jericho Park in Vancouver. It was very rainy. It's turned lovely, so it's a little bit later in the afternoon, but we're really excited to show the beautiful light through the trees and the fall colors. All right, let's do this thing. What's our first category?
Well, we can talk about the movie first, because just a little bit, like who's in it and et cetera, et cetera.
All right, let's do it.
I'm with you, babe, wherever you want to go.
Okay.
I'm following you.
Okay, I'm going to try and stay in the sun, and we're going to try and stay out of busyness. We're just
Yeah,
putting that
and it's the
forward.
perfect kind of day. This is gonna be great. We're gonna get light. We might go to the beach. We might go inland. We'll play it by ear.
Yeah,
We'll see how mucky it is.
Yeah, we got to see how mucky.
Various factors.
Yep.
So, often we talk about when did we watch this first, and when did you watch this movie, Liesl?
Like, I have no idea every time when I've first seen a movie. I never know when I've first seen a movie. But I do know that it affected me in a big enough way that I watched it many times afterwards.
Well, it's not only that. It's one of your favorite movies, right?
It is one of my favorite
Like,
movies.
forget about rom-coms.
Definitely.
Forget about
Potentially top 5, definitely top 10.
any kind of genre.
Yes.
And so I have you to credit for me liking this movie and being willing to bestow our second rom-commy ever upon it, is because you really enjoyed this movie and you talked it up, and for a variety of reasons. And it was one of those ones that, with the John Hughes-ness of it all, I always thought that I had seen it. I always thought that I knew kind of where it was. And
Well, people know Pretty in Pink, right?
well, and that was it. I
And
think
they
I kind of got them
know
blended
16
in.
Candles.
Yeah.
And what are some Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Just John Hughes, other John Hughes. So now we're getting into director, but that's cool.
Well, that's we're allowed
It's
to.
a really big part of this whole movie is the John Hughes-ness of it.
Yeah.
And to me is the best of the best of the John Hugheses.
And yeah, that was the biggest thing for me. Was I think maybe I stayed a little bit away from it, given who I was at the time it came out, 1987. I was personally 15.
Yeah, but then that was the same year as The Princess Bride,
Right.
which you loved.
Yes, and that's a perfect example, because Princess Bride, there's sword fighting. I'm the kid
Okay.
in with the
Right.
bed with the grandpa, right?
Yeah,
It's
right.
like, is there revenge and this and that? Like, there's stuff for me.
Whereas I'm having a tough time and I'm in high school
Yeah.
or junior high and life is hard.
I can relate to a
And I
certain
don't
character.
fit in, and I can relate to somebody, and I'm a misfit. Not only can I relate, I envy, look up to. Maybe not envy.
Emulated.
Emulated, sure. Maybe it was not quite as cool, but we'll get into costumes a little bit further on.
You
in
can try to
terms
guess
of
which of the three leads that Liesl related to.
which of the three, including Eric Stoltz. Was
I
it
mean,
Eric Stoltz?
maybe, why not?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I could see you relating to him, actually.
I mean,
Yeah. So when I finally got around to watching this movie with Liesl, maybe, I don't know, on DVD like 15 years ago or something, and I've probably seen it 3 or 4 times since.
yeah.
And every time I find I like it better. And the first time even I watched it with you, I remember just being like, oh man, I missed out on this one. I should have been there for this one, because as we'll talk about, there's just so many elements of it that are just a great movie. And again, forget about rom-commies. And obviously it's one of those things, kind of like we said about The Princess Bride, is if you're into love and people getting along and working things out, you know, it's maybe not your movie. And if you like things that have guns and shooting and people not working things out,
But then are you here with the rom-commies? If like you know
well, you never
like
know,
are
you
you
know.
really? You're
'Cause
like
some
what are
people
those
like
rom?
both.
I like action with guns. I wonder what they're saying on the rom-commies today.
Some people like action with guns. That's our other podcast, by the way, Action with Guns.
It
Not.
could be not.
I mean,
no.
it could be, maybe,
I mean,
because
no.
you've been known to like some action movies. Let's be real.
I do like an action comedy. I do wish
Yeah,
there was more
especially if there's
action
some comedy.
comedies. Yeah, for
So
sure.
maybe we'll do Action with Guns if there's enough demand.
No,
What?
no death.
Well, and that's
don't
one of the
like
things
it.
with rom-commies, by the
Yeah,
way, is
yeah.
there has to be no guns and no things like that. We
Well,
can
not
get into
no
the criteria
not
if anybody
no
cares,
guns, but like just
Well,
like
just-
no murdering.
yeah. And so with Princess Bride, that has a sword fight exception because
Yes.
that's in the old days, you know, and
Yes.
you're allowed to use swords and it's romantic and
That's
poetic
very
and all
true.
these things.
Yes, but this movie is like high school, Americana high school, John Hughes.
And if you haven't seen it, I would just recommend go see it.
Me too.
It's just a good movie, and
So I would recommend.
we happened to watch it with two of our favorite people in our lives, and it was interesting because it was their first time seeing the movie, and the reaction they were having to it was fascinating because without giving too much away of their own personal reviews, they were very much just like, wow, there was like people having conversations and people actually just sitting down and working things out and going through things.
It
and-
was a delight watching it with young people who hadn't seen it before, didn't even really know, like knew John Hughes, know of the Breakfast Club. I don't know if they've seen the Breakfast Club. Is that John
I think
Hughes?
Elements. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm good. I know
You got
facts.
it.
I
You
got
know-
this thing.
yeah, you
right?
did research.
But it was like when we watched Star Wars with your mom the first time.
Right.
Right? And it's like, when do you have an opportunity?
Which was recently, by the way.
Which was very recently, to watch one of your favorite movies with somebody who hasn't seen it.
Yeah.
So getting to
and
see.
has lived a long time without having seen it.
Yeah, so getting to see their reaction, though, the youth's reaction was, oh gosh, it was a delight.
And that is
I think
interesting.
it really added to the experience, actually. I think it really heightened it for me in a really fabulous way.
Because we've had an elder, respond to an old movie like that, Star Wars, which could be a rom-com. The Empire Strikes Back, the whole trilogy could be considered. Well,
could
Leia
it
and Harrison
be a
Ford.
rom-com? I
What?
mean,
There's
is
some
it
comedy.
I mean, yeah.
And then to get the experience then the other way with having the young people watching a movie for the first time.
Yes.
And especially being that one, right in that 80s John Hughes-ness wheelhouse.
Yes.
And, the phrase "justice for Watts" was said at a key point
Justice for
without
Watts.
knowing, spoiler alert, after all these years, that there is justice for Watts.
There is justice for Watts. Okay, what is our first category?
That was it. We're doing it.
Oh,
When
we're
did we
doing it?
watch this?
Oh,
I think
yeah.
Lisa wants the next category, is what she's telling me. Translation. So
okay.
then we'll career arcs, and this is a great time to go into it with the John
career
Hughes research.
arcs.
Which we don't even have to do, and most people know. But yeah, it's Ferris Bueller's, it's Breakfast Club, it's Home Alone, it's Uncle Buck, it's Vacation.
Some are
He-
very good.
He wrote
Some
40
are maybe
something.
not okay.
Pretty
like
Pink.
16 Candles.
16 Candles.
Very controversial in this day and age.
I was going to get into that more in Problems and Issues.
Well, let's get into it later then.
We can tap on it here,
we,
but-
we just did. We tapped.
But
yeah.
do some research, figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll get into it a little more. But for this to happen at this point in his career, I mean, he was on the zeitgeist before people even knew what the zeitgeist was, and he was on it
Yeah.
at this point in the 80s. And
Yeah.
it was one of those ones that probably isn't his most well known, with the Home Alones and the Breakfast Clubs in there,
Oh
and
no,
even
I
16
think
Candles.
of all of them, people have never seen Some Kind
Yeah,
of Wonderful.
it somehow gets slipped through.
And it's the best one.
Yeah.
To me, it's the best one of all the ones.
Me
it's
too.
so beautiful.
And so that's something that really interesting to think about, is why does this one of all the ones tend to be the one that people don't watch, when people like us think it's by far, in my opinion, the best one?
Yeah. Great question. If you have any theories on that, we'd love to know.
The amazing thing about John Hughes, wrote so many, all the stuff, all the things, and then just boom, it was over. Obviously because of his personal health issues,
Right.
to put it lightly.
Yes.
And and then it's been interesting just having the retrospective analysis of his life, and people like Molly Ringwald kind of reassessing even their own relationship with him in terms of what was going on and things
Right.
that he would do. But yeah, this is when he had a lot of pull, and then he would, interesting enough, only direct. I think he directed 8 movies. So most of
wow.
the time he would hand it off, and in this case he handed it off to Howard Deutch. I think I said that right. And he was the director of Pretty in Pink, which was right beforehand.
Okay.
And so he wanted Molly Ringwald to be Lea Thompson, I believe, in this movie.
Yes, well, Molly Ringwald was the hot of the hot.
And his, muse, essentially.
Right.
And then she turned it down. And she says to this day that actually hindered their relationship going forward.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Did she say why she turned it down?
I think it was because she felt it wasn't right for her, and I think she also felt like they had done that, a few times at that
okay.
point. 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink, and
Yep.
what exactly is she going to get out of that?
Right.
And then so that would end up being a fortuitous thing in the sense that then Lea Thompson gets the role as Amanda Jones.
Miss Amanda Jones. Yes, and she was also super hot like Hansel.
Well, and she had just 2 years before, I think, done Back to the Future
Okay.
as Marty McFly's mom.
Fabulous.
Legendary. I mean,
Legend.
people call them the future heads, and they're people. That movie is as famous as any movie.
Yeah.
And she's an essential part of it. So she was, but then she went and did Howard the Duck. And people have people have strong feelings about Howard the Duck.
Strong feelings about
Here's
that.
Liesel's hot take. Ready?
Well, I liked Howard the Duck.
There it is.
Oh my God, I'm gonna get roasted on the internet. Oh my God, everyone's gonna be like, what'd you say out your head? You like Howard? That is crazy. I know, but it's true. I really enjoyed Howard the Duck. How about you? But I don't know if I would now.
Well, and we've actually considered, is Howard the Duck a rom-com? We wouldn't have thought that, but then once Lisa said she liked Howard the Duck, it was like, wait, do we have to revisit the Howard the Duck? And then if we actually did a video.
I related to Howard the Duck.
Yeah, there you go, everybody. Not Lea Thompson.
How's that? I'm just gonna like vulnerable
And she's
all
like,
out.
she's
There
like
it
Howard
is.
the Duck. She's like, hey Lea, what's up?
I am.
What's
I
up?
was. Well, yeah. I mean, yes, that part of it for sure.
Yeah, and I could see that. Knowing Liesel,
Yes.
one of her nicknames growing up was Baby Duck.
Ooh,
There's a
ooh,
duck
there's
that just, so that's synchromysticism. You can look that word up if you want to see what that is. But
That was awesome.
that proves that Liesel is Howard the Duck.
yes, that duck proves that I am indeed Howard the Duck. So yes, hot take.
So I think we should watch Howard the Duck, and maybe we do. Maybe we give a rom-com down the road to Howard the Duck, and then the internet can roast us, and we can go viral because we had the hot
Howard
take that we liked Howard the Duck.
Hey, yeah.
I don't know if I liked Howard the Duck.
Oh, gosh.
But we'll see. We'll see. We'll come at it from two different sides
Yeah,
and
we'll
see
just
what
like,
happens.
check it out. We'll go. We'll just give it a go.
And then so then Lea Thompson after the Howard the Bomb, Howard the Duck
Bomb Duck.
Howard the Bomb Duck.
Yeah.
Howard Deutch asked her again, hey, I got this thing, some kind of wonderful, John Hughes wrote it, do you want to be in it? And she had turned it down originally.
Whoa.
But then because of the Howard the Duck thing and things,
she
and
thought
as
maybe it would be a
spoiler
good
alert, we find
idea.
out she might have had a bond with the director Howard Deutch,
Slight
then maybe she was like,
bond.
okay, let's do it. And so she actually then does decide to do it. And for me, having seen her in All the Right Moves and Back to the Future and Caroline in the City and, iconic movies that she's been in, this to me was my favorite. Back to the Future 2. She has a crazy role in that.
I mean, Amanda Jones, she's iconic.
Yeah, and she has 2 songs. How many characters in a movie have
right?
2 songs
Right?
that are sung about her character?
So good.
And one is a Rolling Stone song on top of it.
Right.
So that's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
And then Mary Stuart Masterson, she was at an interesting point in her career where...
I feel like lots of people know Fried Green Tomatoes, but
Yeah.
I don't know when that was in relation
After.
to this. It was after.
And then Benny and June and
Benny
Bed
and
of Roses with
June.
Christian Slater, which was actually kind of good, even though, I don't know. Romcom, we could talk about that one.
Yeah.
But she really, she was in more indie movies, like Sean Penn movies
Right.
at Close Range, and then she was in
Right.
Gardens of Stone. She was doing serious stuff, so this was really kind of a twist from what she had done. And, even though she's very serious in the movie and goes through quite the emotional arc and has to, produce tears on
She's
command.
cool.
What?
Oh.
You mean the character or Mary Stuart Masterson herself?
Well, I mean,
Or Mary Sue
whatever.
Masterson
I mean,
as
I
Watts.
guess like but like as Watts.
Yeah.
Watts is so cool. Now you know. I've let it out.
And so, I think this is what I'm going to say about Eric Stoltz too, but I'll drop it now. Is like,
Okay.
I think Hollywood failed Mary Stuart Masterson and Lea Thompson and Eric Stoltz. And I think part of it was they liked making more, maybe less mainstream choices and more indie
Yes.
projects and things.
That's very true because Eric Stoltz, same thing, kind of went on to do more indie type things, and in some kind of one, I don't know, has he been more beautiful than in Some Kind of Wonderful? More handsome, more stunning? His jawline, those blue eyes, like, are you kidding me? What?
He was in Memphis Belle a few years after that, and, and the camera
But
definitely.
was he like a sensitive artist who worked at a garage? I don't know.
Well, and just,
was.
yeah, the whole movie is set up really to, capitalize off his dreamboat status without actually doing so. And that's part of it is he's never really done that before or since. And if anything, he steered away from that. And
Maybe he was like, I can't, I'm burning up the screen.
We're talking about Eric, but like, you
My
know, like
jawline's just too hot.
he would do things that were massive hits, and then, you know, he'd be like the mime in singles and things like that.
Well,
or
and didn't he
he'd show 'em up.
afterwards go do, what was it, Mask?
Yeah, and that was his big. That was, you know, people know him from that. And then,
Yeah.
you know, but then he was just as more likely to be the John Travolta's heroin dealer in Pulp Fiction and things.
Right.
And again, the mime in singles is he's there for like a minute or two,
Great.
but he's absolutely hilarious.
Great time. Movie of our time.
He's in a
Wow.
great movie called Bodies Rest in Motion.
Ooh, that, yeah.
If people want to see that one,
Yeah, that was-
fantastic movie.
Yeah.
And he's always in these good movies. And funnily enough, he was in Sleep With Me later with Craig Sheffer, who is essentially the bad guy in Some Kind of Wonderful,
Oh.
and Meg Tilly,
Meg Tilly.
who you have met personally.
I did meet personally. Delight. Yes.
And so they've worked together, and then Eric Stoltz and Lea Thompson had also worked together, and he actually recommended her for Some Kind of Wonderful, because, you know, he had worked with her in other things. And that was it. He had worked with her on Back to the Future.
Oh.
And there's this whole Eric Stoltz thing where many people probably know this, but he was cast as Marty McFly, the Michael J. Fox role in Back to the Future. And he got essentially, you know, removed from the production. And it wasn't anything in his behavior, it just wasn't working.
Just wasn't clicking.
And yeah, I read something interesting that he had this whole very serious interpretation of how traumatic it would be for a boy to leave his own. Oh, there's a cruise ship over there, by the way.
Yeah, there is. Oh, it is. It's on the move too, that cruise ship.
I got distracted by the cruise ship
Totally.
there.
But yeah, I can see because Michael J. Fox was so playful in the role, and that's what actually won us over and was delightful. Anyway, distracted.
Well, so
by-
Time Travelers, he thought, you know, it would be so sad for him to lose his life and to like not be able to live in his life and the drama. So he was playing it all serious,
Right.
and that's what they realized while he was doing it. And I think they shot 6 weeks
Okay.
of Back to the Future. So he's actually in a scene. So he had this whole thing where he was going to be the most, you know, he would have been as popular as Michael J. Fox because of that movie.
Right.
And because of his interpretation and to play it more serious and more Eric Stoltzy.
Well, you know, in Keith in Some Kind of Wonderful, he's a pretty serious guy. Doesn't back down.
Well, and that's the thing, like when you see him in this role, you're just like, wow, it's amazing that they weren't able to give him even a better roles than a Pulp Fiction kind of movie. When you said Keith, by the way, it reminded me, I don't know if you know this,
Keith,
but,
get down here.
With the Rolling Stones, the three leads are named after Rolling Stones related things.
Ooh, good little
Yeah,
trivia.
and even Jones, Brian Jones, Watts, Charlie Watts,
Ooh.
Keith Richards.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Trivia.
That's why we do some research.
That was great. Yeah.
Because I definitely was like, why is she called Watts? Like, what's up with that?
Well, I kind of thought it had to do with like her playing the drums and Watts.
Yeah, Charlie
Wattage or
Watts. Yeah,
something,
Charlie.
but-
But I think it's also her last name in the
Yeah, I think it is.
movie.
Yeah, it is.
So then that's the thing is all three of these people, like it caught them right at a key time,
really
and
did.
John Hughes.
It
So
really did.
the three of those and John Hughes together, you're like, wow,
Yes.
that's quite the zeitgeisty up and coming people.
And then I did a bit of research. Let's
Oh.
see if I can find it because you were
Go ahead.
saying about how her girlfriend Shane. You were like, oh, I've seen her in things. So her name's Molly Hagan. I don't know what else she's in because I didn't get that far in my research. Cool stuff, but you can look her up. Really good. Also, his dad is John Aston, and you will know him of Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy's partner, I believe. Is
Well,
that what
yeah,
it is?
yeah. Him and Judge Reinhold team up essentially
Right.
to help out Eddie.
Right, so that's kind of fun. His sister, her name is Maddie Corman, and she was one of those 80s actresses that I feel like if you go back into movies, you just see her all the time. She's in so many things.
Are you talking about Eric Stoltz's sister?
Yeah.
Oh.
His little sister, who
Didn't
they
know that.
have a beautiful time. They have a beautiful character journey together. And then hilariously...
Oh, wait. Oh, I see. Okay, I thought you meant his actual sister. You mean in the movie?
Yeah, no,
Gotcha.
I mean in the movie.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then Candace Cameron.
Yeah.
Candace Cameron.
Bure. For
Yeah.
those Canucks fans, we're in Vancouver.
Yeah.
There's a Bure
And she's
connection.
like little. She's so little. And she's sort of in the beginning part of the movie and is a complete delight. And then we don't see her after
Yeah.
that a little bit. And then the
Well,
other
she
thing...
basically previews Home Alone's Macaulay Culkin's character,
Yeah, so
the
fun.
wise, sassy, adult-like kid.
Yeah, right? And then just worth mentioning also China Phillips.
Yeah, this movie's full of it.
Full, and Elias Koteas.
Yeah, while we're there, yeah, Elias
Elias
Koteas ends up being in
Koteas.
Crash. David Cronenberg,
Ugh.
like he is one of the best actors Canada's ever produced.
Oh my gosh.
So there he is in the key role as Duncan, the skid who basically becomes the hero in a sense.
Yeah, he does.
And basically Max Amanda Jones at the end, but we can get into
We'll
that.
get
Very
into that.
impressive.
Yeah, totally.
And then Craig Sheffer, who
Yeah, Craig Sheffer.
like I said, Sleep With Me, but all sorts of movies, including Bliss, our first date movie. And I'm just going to leave it there, but Terrence Stamp, Shirley, Craig Sheffer.
Oh my God,
and if you haven't seen Bliss,
then yeah, check out
Check it
Bliss.
out.
I'm also leading us right into all these Canada geese. I'm not going further. They're dangerous.
she
They will
often
attack
leads us into
you.
danger.
They will attack
Last
you.
Romcom, we were on a crazy dock that was moving
I
perilously
know.
in the
And
lake.
now I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful over here, and then it's like, well, wait a minute, now we're.
These are Vancouver geese, not Banff geese, where
Oh,
Liesel's from. And the
okay.
Banff geese literally will hiss at you and try to kill you.
Yes, they will.
These are gentle, peaceful,
Oh, okay. They're not gonna come after me.
Because we're at the end of the Rainbow Road here in Kitsilano in Vancouver, and back in the day with the hippies, this is where people used to come
It's
from
true.
San
I'm used to
Francisco.
Banff geese, and the Banff geese, they will just like hiss and come
So
after
these ones
you.
are chill.
Yeah, they are
So
pretty
in
chill.
that sense, career arcs is interesting because yeah, there's so many people who you can't believe they're in this movie, and they're right at the top of all sorts of things. We got dog alert, dog skulls. Oh, now they're chasing the geese. Here we got it on video.
Oh, we got it.
We got it on video. We got your dog chasing wildlife in the park on video. We'll show people. Oh no. Oh no. She's got a leash in her hand though. See, look at that. Look at her go. Look at the chaos. And this is always our favorite, by the way. I know dog owners. We have respect for good dog owners.
Yeah.
But it's always amazing when the people hold their leashes
Yeah. It's
and
okay.
they walk with their leash in
We're
their
not.
hands.
We're not the only one giving her heck.
Yeah,
The
that
lady-
person over there
yeah,
is gonna-
she's also giving
it's quite
her
a dramatic
heck.
scene
It
here.
is
But it's
a- it is-
Vancouver.
it is
There's-
a we just walked into such drama.
The
all
dog
of a sudden.
population has gone up like probably tenfold since the pandemic in Vancouver. And again,
Yeah.
we have much respect for good dog owners.
We do.
Just gonna leave it there.
Yeah. Okay.
Career arcs. So there you go. Like that's that. And then Howard Deutch. We got to mention our guy
Oh
Howard
yes,
Deutch
Howard Deutch. Yes.
because he had just done Pretty in Pink. Not exactly your rom-com director in the sense of what he did later.
Right.
Did things like The Whole Nine Yards with Bruce Willis and Matthew Perry.
Okay.
He was the guy who got sequels that nobody wanted to do the sequel of, and he's the only guy in Hollywood who's done 3 major sequels.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
The Whole Nine Yards
hilarious.
sequel, Grumpy Old Men, and The Odd Couple sequel. Yeah. So he's one of those
He's like,
guys.
yes, I love working with old men, but also teens.
I mean, Grumpy Old Men is actually a great movie, and there's
Is
a
it?
rom-com in there with Daryl Hannah involved. Subject of our first rom-commy,
Okay, all right.
Roxanne. We didn't actually give any of those ones a rom-commy. These are the official ones,
are
but
the
we did
official.
like Roxanne.
We did.
There,
We did.
There are moments.
That's fair.
And then he basically married Lea Thompson out of this movie. So
Yes.
met her, fell in love, has 2 kids.
One of them being Zoe Deutch,
Yep.
whom some of you youthful, if you are a youthful person here with middle-age adventure walks, then
And she's
don't
in
know who that
rom-coms
is.
like Set It Up,
yes.
which was a famous rom-com and kind of rebirthed the rom-com thing a little bit. So there's lineage in the rom-com in the family. That's all 3 of them.
Yes.
And then, you know, he goes on and yeah, like it's amazing. Basically the theme of all of our leads and everybody in here is everybody got work. You know,
That's
China
true.
Phillips got pop star work, like
That's
everybody
true.
got work. And it's kind of amazing actually when you look at their movieographies and all that, actually how much there is. Oh,
Yeah.
people are yelling at that dog over there. It's still wreaking havoc.
No, it is. We can hear it. Just havoc.
There's mayhem at Jericho, as you can tell.
Oh, mayhem.
Mayhem.
Wow, it's just going wild out here today.
So here we go. Did we like the 3 leads, I'm gonna say? We're changing our category. Did we like the 2 leads? Did we like the 3 leads?
Oh my God, I love
How is she
them.
not a lead?
I love them so deeply. I have such deep love for all of them. I want to be all of them. I want to be friends with everybody. Oh.
And when you see the poster and the 3 of them on it, you're just like, wow, iconic. Like,
That is
So
an
1987.
Iconic post. Iconic.
and they're all just brooding and like
Ugh.
you're just like, oh wow, look at these people
Yeah,
going through
right?
things.
Right?
And they, you know, they're all 20 something when they're shooting it, but look at these teens going through something.
Right? Oh, they are going through it. They're fabulous. I don't know. I loved it.
Well, it might
know how
be
much
it
I
might
love
be
it?
like
Do you
in a
love
lot
it?
of ways the best 3 top leads of any leads in any movie.
Rom-commy. We are talking
Rom-commy,
rom-commies
yeah,
because then we got
ever.
Leia, Han, and Luke. Like,
He's not
that's
a- what-
pretty.
I guess, well, yeah, but
Like, no, but
That's-
yeah.
I mean, it's a-
there's still 3
I mean,
leads.
we could get into it because there are kisses and things, but all that and
Yeah,
everything.
but anyway.
So looking ahead, Liesl, I don't think you want to go
No,
down
I'm
that
not
path
going down
down
there.
there.
I'm just-
But
I'm
we
just
could go
going
into the
this
sun down there and just stand in the sun for a
I'm going to
second.
go this way in a sec.
You want to go to that sun?
Yeah, we're just
You don't want to go
letting-
to that sun
we're
right
letting
over
the
there?
chaos calm down over there a little bit. 'cause
Well,
it's
no, I
just-
think that's the rugby pitch now.
Oh, now it's a rugby pitch. Oh, let's
Yeah.
go that way then.
Because look at how chaotic it is, everybody. For those at home, there's
Oh.
absolutely nothing in the frame, and it's pastoral sunshine and
Just chaos
Fall
here.
colours.
That's the joke, but it's chaos.
And mainly the 3 is every time they're on screen, they do the right thing where they put them in a close-up, like we were saying with our first
Yes,
Romcommy.
old Howard makes everybody look fabulous.
And that's part of it, right? Is the same with Rob Reiner, is just knowing movie stars, being like, this is why I hired them. Look at their faces, like you were saying about Eric Stoltz and Robin Ray Penn. Look at their eyes, look at look at his hair, look at the whole thing.
Yes.
And
Look
just
how cool.
brooding.
They're so cool.
All so brooding.
Oh, they're so great.
And so right away, this one of the, well, and actually this can be part of best part, because I think we basically just raved about them and we love the 3 leads,
We
right?
did. That was it. We raved.
The best part for me in a lot of ways is that opening sequence. The opening of the movie, where we see Watts playing the heart on the drums. So that was the first time I really noticed the heart. I don't know why it's such obvious symbolism, and it probably was there the whole time. I mean, it was, but in my brain I probably saw it before. But then it was just like, oh my God, look at that! Right away, she's beating on a heart.
Yeah, she is beating.
A rom-com, like, is that not the most potent symbol of a rom-com? And we start with her drum beat. She's cool. She's in her garage, I guess.
I think it's her bedroom.
She's in her bedroom. Yeah, of course.
It's her bedroom.
She spends a lot of time in Keith's garage where he works, but
That's right.
and she's banging it out, like, and it's a classic teen. But we also get a lot from that room, and it's so interesting how we don't know anything about her really, other than she lives with her family.
And that she's really cool and wears red fringe gloves that are amazing, and jean shorts with holes in them, and white tank tops and cool black vests. Ah, she's so cool.
So we see it all right away, how cool she is, but also, like, she's not rich. That's what you learn about her room right away in this opening sequence. Then we see Eric Stoltz, and apparently Howard Deutch, by the way, opens his movie with trains. So that was on brand for him to have Eric Stoltz walking towards the train.
Trivia bits.
And him walking towards the train like that says so much, right? He's a guy who's on his own. He's willing to walk in the train yard and maybe break some laws and
take a risk.
Yeah, but he's, you know, exactly.
Stare
and we learn
danger in the face.
Yeah, and so he's willing to go that party in the end, and that's the train, right? Everybody's like, don't walk towards the train, don't do it. It's gonna crash. It's gonna smash into you.
I got a plan.
Yeah, and then trust me.
This.
And then how cool and casual he is. And again, we don't recommend that at home. But how cool and casual he is when he just steps aside.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, I'm good, man. And like it's like the wind doesn't even ruffle his hair,
right,
or anything. And at the same time, we're seeing Amanda Jones with her guy, right?
Yeah, with Craig Sheffer.
He has a name, but he's Craig Sheffer.
And definitely indicating that they're having some sort of a sexual time there. Like they are not just making out; they are all the way.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, don't you think?
I mean, I'm not denying that.
Yeah, no, it's what's going on.
And then also that there's money for both these. Their hair, they have a lot of feathers in the hair.
Well, I mean, we can tell maybe a bit Craig Sheffer, but her room's not that fancy.
It's true, but she's got more than Watts, and at least it's put together more her room.
Yes, it's girly.
More girly, and you know, she has a bit of jewelry, but we kind of see how much she's trying to put it on, which we learn later is she's not nearly as rich as or people think she is.
Yeah.
And it's because she wants to hang out with Shane and them, and so, you know, she's the one who hang out with the rich kids. And then we learn that all. Boom. Best part. I'm just like, oh my God, there it is. The drum beat. We haven't heard a word, and we know everything about the 3 leads. We know we're into them. We're awesome. They're awesome. We know that Watts is awesome, especially. And like that's what you're saying is right away off the front. You're like, ooh, we're with her. We're on her heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
Weirdly enough, though,
on her heartbeat.
the movie is actually Eric Stoltz's movie.
It is, but we are on her heartbeat.
But and it's kind of it's her love of Eric Stoltz that is essentially driving the movie.
Yes.
So what's your best part?
Well, what's the category after that? Because
best part? Oh, iconic beats.
Oh, iconic beats. Oh man, so hard because it's gonna, like, if I say my best part, it's gonna jump ahead to a different category.
Just do it. Break the rules.
Oh,
Jump.
It's the first.
We're by a pond. Leapfrog.
For me, it's the first kiss. It's their first kiss.
Oh. Wait, whose first kiss?
Watts and Keith.
Ooh, the practice kiss in the garage.
Practice kiss in the garage. Oh my God, I love the again. Okay, so I know I gave huge props and awards to the Princess Bride kiss. This is another fabulous rom-com kiss.
Which is kind of essential to a rom-com.
It's not too smushy, and I don't know if we get camera movement in the rest of the time the way we do, because it kind of goes in the circle, and the song that goes on, and it turns up, and the vibe, and you're just like, yes!
Classic John Hughes.
And I think especially knowing the movie, maybe because the youthlings we were with, they were having a bit of a time with the first kiss because they thought all these other things were going to happen, right? Like, I think they thought maybe that Craig Sheffer was going to walk in or something, and I don't know, just something was going to happen.
Well, because in a modern movie, something would then happen and interrupt that scene
right.
that was dramatically unhappy for our characters.
Exactly, and would get them in trouble or get them busted or something. So they were really expecting that. So I think also knowing that is, you know, what the end is. That
because for those who know, they just
Yeah,
she
so that
leaves.
first
She's
time when
blushing.
you know that, oh my God, it's so good. She breaks off the kiss and she's like, no, we're good here. You're good. Ah!
She admitted that she was blushing for real.
Oh, I bet.
But it was also like, yeah, she was just like, this is too weird. This is too crazy. I don't
Oh
even
my
know what's
gosh.
happening.
So I love that. I love the first kiss. It's like, for me, everything just leads up to that first kiss moment. And then it happens and I'm just like, yes.
Well, and it essentially, just like Princess Bride, breaks the rules of the rom-com where the first kiss is the end of the movie.
It super
And it
does.
almost gives us that first kiss a little later than Princess Bride, but then we think we're not getting that second kiss. That's
Well,
the
especially
key.
because they make, excuse me, they make it a practice kiss, right? Well, we're just practicing.
Yeah. It's
It's just practicing. It's not real.
Because he's practicing to kiss Lea Thompson,
Exactly.
which, we're the endeavor.
We're the endeavor.
But then while doing so, realizes, wait a second, because I think he knows too,
I think he does. He just doesn't know.
but she knows. And she's
Well,
always
I think
known.
she does know, and I think she
And it
has always
confirms.
known. But boys maybe aren't the smartest about figuring out that stuff all the time.
And let's
Take a little bit longer.
we don't have to deny the hotness of that kiss.
No,
Like
that is a
the two
hot
of them
kiss.
together, and you can see the chemistry and feel
Yes.
the chemistry. And then same with him and Lea Thompson. What I'm saying, because again, they were friends and they have really good chemistry too. So
They do.
as we say on the Romcommies, we're in true love, and we are in true love. We have true love. So we know, you can tell. You can tell when there's chemistry.
That's right.
And when
Keith
people
and
are, like, people can be good actors, but like human physiology itself and energy doesn't lie, and you can't really do that. So you have to dig somebody.
Yeah.
Like Star Wars, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, where they were actually doing the thing
Doing
as
the
well.
stuff.
So, you can feel that with all that. They practiced.
Oh, it was great.
Speaking of practicing, so iconic beats. The opening drum, I mean, right there. That part, that's iconic beats. You love
I feel
Elias
like
Koteas pulling the top of his desk.
Oh my God, the top of his desk.
And that
off.
moment, Eric Stoltz was like, and they have that moment, because right away we're like, oh, they're buds.
Yeah.
And I grew up in a community where there were people, Surrey, it's near here, Metro Vancouver.
Yeah.
And there were people like that in my high school, and they were often the good guys. Like,
Yeah.
they maybe said some offensive words and problems and issues and things.
Right.
But they were, once they realized and learned better,
Yeah.
then they actually realize, oh, wait, this guy can be an asset. And often the Craig Sheffers of the world, which were also in my school, were often not the best guys. And the Amanda Joneses often did fall for the Craig Sheffers when they should have actually been more friends with Duncan and Keith. Keith.
Keith!
What's other
Get down
iconic
here.
beats?
There's so many. To me, there's just so many iconic beats. I feel like the movie just
overwhelmed
is
by
like,
iconic beats.
I felt that when we were watching it, I was like, I can't almost take in everything for this category because it's like, well, this one. Amanda Jones in the locker room brushing her hair in her little cotton white underwear set. Hello, being very yes.
And Watts in her boxers.
And yeah, Watts in her boxers, kind of checking it out. To which, after I saw that movie, I decided I too was going to wear boxers like Watts because they were so cool.
I wear boxers too, so
Yeah.
I didn't even know I was inspired by you and Watts.
Exactly. So that was an iconic beat.
I mean,
I feel, I don't know. There's so many. I just feel like, what else? I'm overwhelmed. What's the
well,
movie?
the scene with Eric Stoltz and his father,
Ooh, so iconic.
there was a bunch of scenes, but the big showdown scene in his bedroom
Yeah.
after, he messes up his shower. I mean,
Yeah,
God,
that's
holy.
rude coming in.
But again, the people we watched that with were quite shocked with just ultimately how that scene went, and you don't normally see that scene resolve itself like it does. And
yeah, and also the iconic beats are sort of beautiful in this way because there's that whole arc with his sister where she's bugging him so much at the beginning and going in his room and all this, and then she hears that they're gonna mess him up at the party, and she goes right home and tells him in this really lovely way, and they have such beautiful bonding moment that you're just like, oh my goodness, look at this. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I hope it works out for you. And he's like, thanks. It's beautiful.
it's not an iconic beat, but Watts' car definitely had a lot of character.
Oh yeah.
And then the car at the end too, the antique car that
Ooh,
they
yes.
drive. And the person we watched it with was actually like really surprised by how awesome the car work was, how many amazing
That's true.
cars there were in this movie.
That's true.
And especially 80s cars. And I didn't notice that myself, but it was as much. Obviously you see the two main ones, but apparently in the background there's all these amazing cars too.
Apparently,
And
yeah.
we grew up in the 80s, so maybe it didn't stand out so much.
Yeah.
But for people of these days, it's like, oh, look at these retro cars.
Yeah.
So is it a good kiss? And again, just like The Princess Bride, we have to establish which kiss we're talking about, because unlike a lot of rom-coms, there are two fabulous kisses at least.
Well, at least. Okay, I'm going for, I just keep going first right now. Is that okay?
I went first a couple
Okay.
times.
Oh,
you can
did.
check the
Okay,
transcript.
Great. Okay, check the transcript. That's great. I just feel like I'm just like, I have opinions. Here they go.
It's you're bestowing it just as much as me, this one. So
The practice kiss, obviously amazing. One of the best out there in a
Yeah.
rom-com. So good.
Yeah.
But also his then kiss with Amanda Jones.
Yeah.
Great kiss.
Good man, Eric Stoltz.
Lovely kiss. And she leans in on that one.
Yeah.
Which you don't always get.
Yeah.
Right? She does the leaning
Right.
in to that one after
Yeah.
they've just like had such a beautiful iconic beat scene together, discussing their feelings.
Right, I was thinking about that one
I
in
love
the
it. I love how
outdoor
she
auditorium.
right, the auditorium scene is so great. The youthlings we were with loved that scene as well. They were just like, oh my god, they talked it out, and they appreciated how she stood up for herself. They appreciated how he heard her when she stood up for herself.
Yeah.
So that kiss is amazing. And then obviously at the end, justice for Watts, when all is realized, their kiss is fabulous at the end as well.
Yeah, and again, unexpected for people we were watching it with. And I think I remember the first time I watched it just being like, oh my God, really? Like, he's really actually, there is going to be justice for Watts. He is going to run away from the car, run away from Lea Thompson, run away from the party
Yep.
to follow Watts down the road. Interesting thing, just while we're here,
Okay.
where are they going?
The Watts and Eric Stoltz.
Yeah, where's she?
At
I know
the
she's
end,
running
Keith, Watts and
away,
Keith.
and then they just choose to keep walking. But the car that she
I
drove,
know, and how
he,
far are they gonna walk?
and it's his boss's car.
yeah.
Where are they going?
Yeah, they don't have much of a plan there.
There's light off in the distance.
Maybe they're just getting away from the party while Duncan like initially stirs it up a little bit,
And then
they're
backs
gonna
on
let it. Yeah, and then
Amanda
they'll
Jones?
they'll let it like chill out just a little bit, and then go back and get the car.
Because we all know that Duncan and Amanda Jones end up together, right?
Oh, hot take.
And apparently Elias Koteas was improv and all that, and he put his head on Lea Thompson's shoulder at the end, and that's her reaction's genuine because she was just so impressed by his spontaneity.
I mean, technically, he's a really sensitive guy who loves art. I mean, he does show us the picture of his girlfriend with no skin that he drew. So technically, he does potentially have a girlfriend, but you never know. You
Well,
know,
he might have
things
broken up with
happen.
her by then.
Yeah, by then.
Yeah.
I mean, it's high school.
Who knows?
No one knows.
But great image, by the way, that he drew.
Yes, it was a great image. Very
We'll say that Elias Koteas drew it. For me, is it a good kiss? Yes, and especially that first one you're talking about, because yeah, the blushing that she has just makes it pretty hot, because you can tell that she actually has some sort of reaction to that
Yeah.
kiss. And ultimately, that's the thing. Like Eric Stoltz is like in this movie, maybe not as the heroin dealer in Pulp Fiction, but like even in that movie, actually, he's got this sensitivity that he always plays, even though he's a mechanic and
Real.
he's willing to play chicken with trains and things. And
Real. He does feel very sensitive.
we're just moving away from another dog still because it's chaos in here. It's mayhem.
Just mayhem. Mayhem.
As you can tell, you can hear it.
Just
Listen to the
absolute
mayhem.
mayhem in the park right
Interestingly enough, though, you can actually hear 4th Avenue in the distance in this shot right here and the future. That's why we like doing middle-age adventure walks, and our longer walks that we do shooting videos is because we show things that aren't going to be the way they are in the future. And there's going to be massive towers right in that image.
Yeah.
Huge, like maybe even the sun might be blocked at this level. So take
Yeah.
this in while it is.
Yeah.
Unless you like big towers, and it's good, there's a housing crisis. So
Yeah.
a lot of people might see that as a good thing, but that
Yeah.
view will be completely different
Yeah.
in the future. And in a lot of ways, just because Eric Stoltz is such a sensitive but manly man, he's both,
Yes.
which is a good role model. He's a great role model for men. I wish I'd seen him sooner. I might have learned some things.
That's lovely.
And you can see why both women would be very eager to kiss Eric Stoltz, as I'm sure you empathize with
I do.
at that time.
I did, and I do. Yeah.
Look at this
totally.
tree, by the way, that we're
I know.
looking
That's
at.
why I'm like focusing on it, because
Yeah.
it's quite amazing.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
If anybody knows what kind of tree that is,
Yeah, I don't know.
you
It's
can let us
very-
know. So
very
here's the question:
interesting.
how hot is the sex?
That is a sex.
And I guess in this circumstance, we're talking about Eric Stoltz and Mary Stuart Masterson,
Yes,
right?
Keith and
Watts and
Watts.
Keith. So, I mean, if you look at it from a Rolling Stone context, I'm sure a lot of Rolling Stone fans would think sex between Watts and Keith would be really hot. Other people less so. But yeah, I mean, like, it's like, I guess, you know, where are they going? They're probably going to go somewhere to get it on, aren't they?
Like right away though?
Well, what else? It's prom? No, it's prom
No.
night. No, it's party
No,
night.
it's just
but like,
party night.
well, what are they going to do? Like, are they
No.
not going to? And if they don't,
Okay, no, they're gonna.
what are they going to go do?
They're gonna go do it, but I don't know if
Where?
it's gonna be. Is it that night? I don't
Like
know.
her room?
They've been friends for so long. I don't think it. Like, I think
maybe at the garage. They go back to the garage.
Maybe
it's
like the
'cause we'll-
first time is either gonna be like setting up of a date where it's like, okay, we're gonna be on a date.
So
and
you're
then let's
going
do
not that
this.
night. That's under the premise that they did not have sex that evening, as they're walking towards the light.
Okay, or
I'm
maybe,
not saying they are. I'm just
maybe
curious.
they just like went down the block and found some bushes.
That seems cold. you
No,
knowing
that
you
doesn't-
and
No, we wanted to be more romantic than that. Too.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's something in the garage. Like
Yeah.
you go back there. That's where the first
Yeah.
kiss was. So
Yeah.
maybe they revisit.
Maybe, sure.
Because you don't want parents
I mean,
around.
That's pretty
and,
hot. Okay,
right. And
yeah,
the,
we can do the garage.
And the boss probably wouldn't be there because they
No,
got his
the
car.
boss,
and I don't
yeah.
know. I don't think the boss knows about the car. Do you think the boss knows?
Yeah, I have no idea. Probably not.
We don't see the boss.
Ooh, what if they did it in the back of the car?
But
When
they'd
they
have to go back.
Yeah, but so what? They're gonna
Maybe
wait.
they walk and then they realize
Yes,
they're like, oh,
we should
back.
go get the car. And then they're like, you know where we could go do it is in the back of the car. Let's go get the car.
Another off-leash dog, by the way. We're keeping count here.
There's
We got
a lot.
if anybody from the
And
city
you
of
know,
Vancouver
like that's
dog
okay in
bylaws is
off-leash
watching.
areas, but as you can see, a lot of geese, and this is a very protected kind of park that way, isn't it?
And there are dog parks in Vancouver,
I
everybody. And
know.
again, we have respect for good dog owners.
I do.
So how hot is this? I mean, I would like to think that it actually is very hot.
Oh,
I-
you're
I
going
think-
very up.
Yeah, I
But
think it
isn't
might-
there like a funny friendship part where they're gonna giggle partway through or something?
Sure, but
Okay.
you know, they'll get over that.
Yeah,
Because you can just tell by the kiss. The kiss got them over the hump, I think.
that's true.
And
the
then,
kiss
and then
is
they
super
were able
hot,
to hump.
so fair enough. Yes, I think it's gonna be hot too. I like to think that things go really well and they have a beautiful life together.
Yeah.
And he goes to art school and.
Well,
you
should
know?
these people be together? Let's keep going with
Oh,
that.
is that the next category?
Yeah, like yes, that's what you're
Yes,
saying, and
sure.
and that's the thing exactly. He goes to art school, she goes to music. She's maybe playing like at the sub pub in a
Right?
band,
Yeah,
like
exactly. And they're like cool.
and they're
and-
playing cool '80s music.
Yeah, and he's like doing arts things.
Maybe he
and
paints the cover for their
her
album.
exactly.
Yeah.
Right? And they just like do really great and are counterculturalists
And does he go to college? Does John Aston get his wishes?
I think he goes to college, but I think he goes for art.
It is art school,
I think he goes to art school.
and he
yeah.
probably has to just make some more money.
Yeah, he has to work at the garage a little bit more
Yeah.
first.
And then go
Yeah.
there. So that gives
Yeah.
him a bit of time to get into things. And
But I also like to think that they last because of their friendship, because I know being best friends with you, that's very important in a lasting relationship, is to be friends with the person that you're a partner with, not just feel like you have either a physical relationship or some sort of like husbandy wifey relationship, but that you're friends. And so they already have such a solid base for that. And
Yeah.
then obviously we've seen from the kissing that there is some chemistry there.
And especially with Lea Thompson and the director becoming longtime family members together with family, that you know,
Yes.
I think that just says it right there. That yes, they probably go on to have 2 kids, and
Right?
they probably have a happy life together.
Totally.
I was just thinking though, maybe like I'm back on the night of the party. They wouldn't go to his house because his parents are like always
No,
home,
no, no.
and he has 2
No,
sisters.
they could go to her house.
That's what I was just like, because then you know, around her drums, and she plays some drums for him a bit, and
But
like
it's not like her house has the best memories. That's
I
you
know.
for her. That's why I feel like the car.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's part of what's really interesting about her character is just like, is her family going to be a factor? Like, it seems like his family would be pretty cool with the relationship and everything, but she seems like she's got a troubled family
I
and
don't
there's
even know
something
if
going
they're
on.
gonna notice. Her brothers. I mean, she's playing loud at night. When he comes by that time, he's like, you know, isn't that too loud for your brothers? And she's like, oh, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah,
Like, so sort of a lack of any-ness there.
how rich are these characters? We kind of know that really well, actually.
We do. So
Often we have to guess a little bit, but this one we know that Keith doesn't have a lot of money, but he is making money. I mean, he's saving.
He's saving.
We know the dad wasn't able to go to college himself. He has to work 6 days a week at
That's
the tire
right,
shop.
the dad,
6
yeah.
days a week selling
lot,
tires.
yeah.
No wonder he's a little
No,
grumpy.
and they live on the wrong side of the tracks. They live
Yeah.
under the bridge.
Along
you
with
know,
Amanda Jones, so
along with Amanda
she's
Jones and
also in their
Watts.
demographic.
Yeah.
And they're all actually in a similar demographic,
They
and
are.
more so than they think.
Yes, and then it's very obvious who's rich. This story tells us that, you know?
Yeah.
Shane with her earrings
Yeah.
and the diamond earrings, and
their
Craig
friend.
Sheffer and the friend, that's
Yeah,
right.
those two
Those two, and then Craig Sheffer and his buddies, obviously.
who are awful.
And then Duncan, who's actually kind of in the middle, which is interesting because you would think, because he's like all skid with his shaved head and all, you know, that way.
Yeah.
But actually, he seems pretty middle class because his dad working at the art gallery as
Yeah.
security guy. Like,
Yeah.
he's not doing terribly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is kind of interesting.
And then Watts is the least rich.
For sure.
And I don't even know if she like how she, I don't think she has much money, right? Obviously by her car and everything. And
No,
I don't think she has a job like Keith does.
No, not at all. Yeah.
So I wonder how she even gets by. Like they must just throw her some cash maybe, or maybe she steals some of it that goes when Dad's not looking or whatever.
Yeah,
Or,
I don't know.
so, I mean, she's not rich at all.
No.
But at least she has her drums.
Yes.
And she has her car, which was a
Yes.
Mini Cooper, by the way, and those weren't ever around, so that was kind of a big deal.
And let's
To have
think,
an old Mini Cooper like
yeah,
that.
very cool. And let's also think that in the future that maybe, you know, she gets some good music work, and so then she gets more money in her life.
Yeah.
So she doesn't have to feel like she's in poverty.
Yeah,
all
and
the
then she
time.
can do her art.
Yes.
Will they last? I think we've decided that, absolutely.
Well, and you know what? Even if they won't, we want them to, so let's just say yes.
I think they will.
Okay, great.
I think we have the evidence in real life on that one.
Okay, perfect.
Far-fetched to real life, very real life.
Super real life.
That's one of the best things about this.
Yeah.
I think it's in Bakersfield, California, but I'm just going out off the top of my head. I have no
Okay.
idea if that's true.
But yeah, how real life in
Because normally he
terms
shoots in
of-
Chicago, but it's a little sunnier.
Right.
But yeah, how real life, like,
it is gritty.
Yeah.
And the conversations, and it goes there, and we appreciate that so much. They don't shy away from the drama that they're creating around it. And so often things do that, right? When it's like you're waiting to see, you want to see that scene between Keith and his dad. You want to see that scene between him and Amanda Jones. You want to see the scene at the end with him and Watts. All of that.
even with his younger sister.
Yeah, with his younger sister there. And then also when Watts is in the bar, when he's waiting. Remember? Oh, it's a good song. That's just what comes into my head is the really good song
Right.
that's playing. But they have a great conversation with
And
some lines.
even
that I
that
think I
bar,
have
there
written
were
down.
bars like that in the 80s, and we can attest.
Yeah.
And that's what the music was like. And
Yeah, it was great.
yeah, the music, yeah, is super realistic. Like that's what people were listening to. You were listening to that kind of music, including the soundtrack.
I had the soundtrack.
Last week I had the Princess Bride
You
soundtrack. Last
did.
Romcommy.
Yes.
Last episode. This time Lisa has the soundtrack.
Yes. Well, are we there? Is the music vibing?
Oh,
Is
we're
that
getting there.
what-
We're getting there.
Oh,
Real
we're not
close.
there.
Real
Okay,
close.
we're not there.
Does the supporting cast work? We've already established that as well.
The
Absolutely.
supporting cast is fabulous.
Maybe that we've said this before, but maybe that unless they're like two people in a phone booth, it's like maybe this is the most essential thing about rom-coms in a lot of ways.
Maybe
and the
it
ones that
is.
work do seem to have amazing supporting
The
cast.
ones that work
and each and
definitely
every
do.
person, including Candace Cameron Bure,
Yes.
works.
Yes. Including
Duncan's
the,
buddies,
the
the nose
guidance
twitcher.
counselor.
Yeah, she's got an amazing
Guidance
scene. Yeah.
counselor's fabulous. The buddies at the mall, nose twitcher. Oh my God,
Yeah.
nose twitcher.
Yeah,
Her
who's gonna
friend Shane is
bang Shane at the end?
fabulous. Yeah, bang. Totally gonna bang Shane.
Shane's like, yes.
That's an iconic beat. See, there's just so many.
And I had a
iconic
guy in my
beats.
rugby team who looked like that guy, and I had all these characters. Every single character was in my high school. Craig Sheffer was in my high school.
I love that iconic beat.
The Shane.
Yeah, the Shane.
That is
with
that's
the
true.
lip
That's
twitch,
true.
like,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
And even Elias Cote
the
is
look
coming
she
in. We're
gives
gonna
them, and
yeah.
you're just like, yeah.
We're gonna liven up this party a bit.
Yeah, we're gonna live this up this party.
And
the
even
rich
Elias
lady's
Coteas,
like,
when he
"Let's
first
go."
meets Amanda Jones in the context of Eric Stoltz, when he's sending them onto the elevator, and even just the little thing he waves at her, and he's all cute, and you're like, oh, he's already working it.
He is.
Which, again, good man himself.
Yeah, good
and
man
that's where you can see the
himself.
director, Howard Deutch, being like, yeah, I'm your proxy, go for it, because I'm going to marry
Right.
her, so
Yeah, yeah,
it's going to be great.
yeah, exactly.
Like, isn't that not the ultimate rom-commy where one of the leads and the director, and they live forever, happily ever after?
Pretty great.
You can't really beat that.
No.
Who stole the show?
Who
Now,
stole
this is
the
always hard in the
show?
rom-commies
This is
because we love them, and
so
this one you
hard.
could have 5 people.
Oh my gosh.
But I could go first if you want,
Okay,
but
yeah, you
I'm
go first.
really curious here.
No, you go first.
All right, fine.
Okay, fine.
Elias Coteas.
Ooh, ooh, I gotta move the mic far away. Woo!
Did you do the same?
Like I was thinking so.
Okay, all right. Well, there
I
we go.
was
Let's give it to him.
thinking
Why
so.
not?
And I think too, part of it. Which way should I go, by the way?
I'm following you.
Oh,
I like
gosh.
wandering.
I don't know.
It's-
Like, hey, we're kind of going to go into a pit of darkness down there.
well, let's
but
avoid the shadow because it's cold out here.
Okay,
So.
well then, but then if we
But
go the
there's-
other way, then we're going to be going into.
There's little trails that go that
We're going
way.
into more people.
See, there's a little trail over there. See, right behind the dog.
Okay, all right. Maybe let's wait till the dog goes and then let's go on the little trail.
So many dogsticles. Is
So
that one
many.
off leash? That's
Oh.
another one. City of Vancouver bylaw officers. If you're watching, we have video evidence.
So many.
We like good dog owners.
We do.
Nothing against dogs
Okay, what were we
themselves.
talking about? What were we talking about?
We were talking about who stole the show. We decided Elias Coteas.
Yeah, right.
Not the dog. You can't
Not
steal
the
our show dogs.
No, well, they're trying. He was amazing. And oh yeah, watching it with the younglings,
Yeah.
they had such a great reaction to him and the journey that you go on.
Yeah.
From what you think about him at the beginning to then the iconic beat of him ripping off the desk and them having their little showing their art thing. You're like, oh, this guy's kind of funny. To then at the end, you're cheering for him.
Yeah.
You were like, go, let's go, you know? Which is, I mean, yeah. He's like, thank you, give it to me. It's
And
mine.
especially because I don't think there's a trail. I think
Oh, there's not a trail.
I don't think I knew what I was talking about. Let's just still go that way, and then
Okay.
we can loop around,
Yeah.
and then we can go to the beach because we're getting there. We're over halfway.
Okay, all right.
Or maybe there's a trail. Wait, no. It was very much, harsh entrance. He comes in harsh.
Yes.
Elias Koteas.
Yes.
And says the F word, drops the F bomb. And again, if people are like this, that, and the other thing, that word was said a lot in my high school growing up in the 80s. So,
yes, it was.
of the times.
Yes, it's not great, but it was of the times.
Yeah, and they probably wouldn't put it in now, but.
No, and we have a category coming up where we can talk about it.
And then, but the archy goes on, and for being the most offensive character and the guy we think in most movies is going to beat up Eric Stoltz and be his foil,
Yeah.
ends up being his hero and ends up helping him out.
Yeah, it's very true.
There's some sort of tall ship out
I know,
there.
I'm just, you know what? I never focus in, but I am focusing in because
I might not even go far enough, but
I know, but we're going to try.
you can maybe just
'cause
see it there, right in the
There's
middle.
a big tall ship right there. What is up with that, hey?
Look at this. She's just working the frame.
Oh man,
She's all over the ship. You're getting live camera work right now.
not easy. Not easy, everybody.
For those at home, they're like, "What's happening?"
I know.
There's a tall
Okay,
ship.
That's as far as I can get. I don't know if you can see
There
it.
you go. In the
Tall
city,
ship.
we got the city. We got the North Shore Mountains. It's beautiful. Let's keep it moving.
Okay.
The ship, it is what it is.
Ah, it's cool. I like it. Okay,
It is.
yes.
It is. Hair and makeup department, set, costumes.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing. And then he's the hero at the end, and then we feel like he would not say that F word, and I feel like he's learned and he knows better not to say those things anymore.
I like to think that as well.
Yeah, he progressed.
I like to think he was putting on a bit of a tough show.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It was definitely a performance.
Yeah, for sure.
Hair and makeup department, set, costumes.
Okay, great. Fab, obviously, like Watts is iconic in what she's wearing, and the youthlings definitely talked about her fringe gloves.
Oh, there's a bunny behind us.
Oh, where?
This is the bunny area right here.
Oh, there's a bunny. Oh, bunny. Yeah, her fringe gloves. I, after watching the movie, got myself a men's loose black vest, which I proceeded to wear with very many things. Because I was like, that's really cool. And
That's
I
so
want to
cool.
look like Watts, and I want to wear jean shorts and just basically be like Watts.
And a tomboy, essentially. I mean, that's what
Pretty
they call her.
tomboy, yeah, for sure. But then what's hilarious is now is my hair is very Amanda Jones from the 80s. I don't have to do much to it. It's just like, look at me. I look like Amanda Jones.
So that's the thing for me. It's the hair. Craig Sheffer's hair,
Oh,
Amanda
Craig
Jones's
Sheffer's
hair.
Yes.
Like that hair existed in the 80s. All the Shane's hair.
Ray. We got to talk about Ray, Ray, because that's an iconic beat too when he's like, she's having him flirt at the tree with her to try and make Keith jealous. Like he's
The
hilarious.
buzzcut guy?
The buzzcut guy. Oh my gosh, so funny. And
Yeah.
then even with his sister, we get the bangs, the 80s, full-on 80s bangs.
Yeah.
Like it is actually really fabulous that way for an 80s time capsule.
And his dad had the classic dad hair. Just like whatever. I don't really care what's going on up here.
Yeah, Lea Thompson's little cowboy boots that she wears, so cool with her little shorts rolled up. Like, oh my gosh,
And apparently
great stuff.
Mary Stuart Masterson had that hair because she was filming Gardens of Stone and she had long red hair and she dyed it unprofessionally and it fried her hair and it all fell off. So that's her blonde hair
no.
growing back over her darker roots. And she
okay.
came in thinking to her audition being like, nobody's gonna like this. And Howard Deutch was like, that's great, I love your hair, let's do it.
Well, it's iconic and it was very cool, and I did spend a lot of years of my life bleaching out my hair. So maybe I have Watts to thank for that too. I was like, I love it. It looks so good. She's so cool.
Here you go, Liesl, is the music vibing?
I had the soundtrack. I know all the songs. I love the music. The music is so vibing, and it is vibing in this way. Like it takes you through. Like
Yeah.
watching it, there's times where I kind of just want to get up and dance.
Yeah.
And then the first kiss, the song when they're doing the first kiss, she loves me. Oh my gosh, like such a great soundtrack, and it's really hard to find. And I feel like anytime I'm like some kind of wonderful soundtrack, they don't give me all the songs all put together like it was on the soundtrack. I think I must have had the cassette too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Can you give me a few samples of the songs just really quick?
Round and round, we already did that one. She
Yeah.
goes, little Miss Amanda Jones. And then there's this one where, I'm not Ariana Grande here, but just like
Yeah,
bear
you
with
can
me.
sing.
In the club where it's just it just kicks in and it's all, love is a light in your your face, look to the sky. I know now, I know that love won't pass me by. Oh God, it's so good.
Yeah.
Ooh, like it just.
There's the theme of the movie.
Like maybe it gets me in such the places because I love the movie and I connected with it and with, like with Watts and the characters and like, oh my God.
Tricky
love
Terrain,
that.
Tricky
Love
Terrain.
Tricky Train, Tricky
We're
Train.
going down the hill.
Love
Tricky
that
Train.
soundtrack. Love it, love it.
Bus Liesel's rocking Birks and socks and
Socks and stocks.
yeah.
Because I am middle-aged and I am so very cool.
But luckily it's less mucky, so we can get away with this. And yet for me, a lot of the songs I was not familiar with.
Okay.
Other than Some Kind of Wonderful, which is not in the movie. And it's like awesome. Like, and it just, everything kicks in exactly. The first kiss scene, like all the songs
first kiss
come in exactly.
Forever.
And that first drum beat.
She loves me.
Yeah, keep going, yeah.
Oh, and she loves me all the time. She does.
Right?
Yeah.
Could it use a rewrite? I mean, other than the F word.
Yes, other than that one little bit, there's a couple little, but it's interesting because, like, there's a few times when they're like, is Watts a lesbian? Is that why you're dressed like that and behaving like that? But at the time, that's what was going on. You know what I mean? So it's like, yes, in a way, we kind of look at it now and go, ooh, that feels a little bit harsh and uncomfortable. But it's also a time capsule of what was happening. That was what was going on, including him using the F word, including his little standoff. Because that's the one part, like, in watching it with the kids, like, you definitely, because a lot of those movies, right? Like, you watch 16 Candles and you're like, this is not appropriate in any way. And so, but it is of the time. I have to cough.
Do you want some water?
Sure, thank you.
Okay. While I get the water out, I think we should walk towards the beach over there and stay in the sun.
Okay, let's do it.
And we can walk right towards those geese.
Let's do it.
I don't think it looks too mucky for your feet.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I wouldn't rewrite anything.
No.
I would pretty well keep it exactly the way it was.
Yeah.
Recasting agency, I wouldn't change anything.
No, I would not recast
As far as I
anybody.
can think in the slightest.
Fabulous.
And again, the guy, the nose switcher guy, I had that guy. He was on my rugby team.
I'm
these people.
I'm not walking straight through the geese. They're too scary. I'm gonna walk.
Really, but they're not Banff geese. I thought
don't
we
get-
established
I know,
that.
but there's just a lot of them.
So you're just gonna take me through the cold because you're scared of geese?
Yes.
Okay, how about we go over by that tree there and loop around that way?
Okay.
There we go.
All right.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Be brave.
Okay, I'm brave.
This
I
is
got
Lisa being brave, everybody.
I got this. Because there's just so much action in this park.
Because it's chaos here.
Just
Look at the
chaos.
madness.
Just.
It's mayhem.
Oh.
It's just bedlam today at Jericho
Us
Park.
middle-agers. Oh.
Lisa's like,
Oh.
there's geese. Ah!
Ah. Oh my God,
Problems and
there's an
issues. Okay, here we go. So we talked about the language. Get rid of
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Nothing else that way.
airplane. No.
There's just issues with the John Hughes thing. And he, like you're saying,
Because
16
he
Candles,
ended-
where there's
right.
basically date rape,
Yes.
if not worse.
Yes.
Like basically Jake is handing over his girlfriend, who's completely wasted, and if
Yes.
not comatose,
Yes.
to the
Yes.
guy who we're supposed
Trigger
to be relating
warning.
with.
Trigger warning. Yes. Totally.
Yeah, trigger warning.
Yeah. Like. Yeah.
Problems.
Yeah,
And
major problems.
those are the things that Molly Ringwald has been giving out interviews since, so we're not saying anything she's not saying.
No.
And yet I kind of always knew that to a certain extent, and that's why I think I never fully got on the John Hughes train. And I even, here's a really hot take, but I find Home Alone to be a little weird too.
Whoa,
And
hot
maybe
take
it's just my
right at the
80s and this
end,
growing up
hot
in the
take.
80s and things weird happening with people and things, and I don't know, I just get a weird vibe off that movie.
Okay.
Don't know why exactly.
All right. Yeah.
And I always got a bit of a weird vibe somewhat off the John, like Uncle Buck's a bit weird.
Yeah, Uncle Buck. Yeah.
It's just,
okay.
you know what I'm talking about in terms of vibes. I don't really
I
need to
do,
get into it, people,
yeah.
but you can probably surmise where it's just, I don't know. And
Yeah.
again, what kind of grown man, I don't want to get too deep into this, what kind of grown man
Yeah.
gets so upset at Molly Ringwald that he basically refuses to work with her again?
Yeah.
Just because she decides to not play his
Right.
third straight romantic lead
Yeah.
in a movie.
I mean, it's not great behavior. It's fair enough that it's not great behavior.
And then I think he
all
did
of
the
these
same with
things-
Anthony Michael Hall.
You know what? All of these things are true. Then, like, two things can be true at once. Where it's like John Hughes, best guy, maybe not. Do I love some kind of wonderful? Yes, I do.
And also he had his defenders, and he does seem like he was in touch in a lot of ways with teen culture and in terms of like
Well,
positive things.
Because
And,
two things can be true at the same time.
right. So, but yet it's always a factor for me when I'm
Yeah.
watching the John Hughes movies. And
Fair
again,
enough.
even before it became a thing, there was always just that part of me that, however, this movie is impeccable that way, really, other than the aforementioned words. It's actually really sensitive, and that's
It is
why I think
really
it stands
sensitive,
out to
yeah.
me in his oeuvre, because I don't get weird vibes of this movie at all. And I think it's partly Howard Deutch, and actually Pretty Pink is less so that way
Okay.
too.
Yeah, Pretty Pink is less for sure. It's good.
And by the way,
Quite
she was
enjoyable.
supposed to end up with Ducky. I don't know if you knew that, in Pretty in Pink.
And I was just like, we're just dropped it.
But imagine that. Like,
Yeah.
imagine that movie differently. So that was part of
Yeah.
why he did Some Kind of Wonderful, and he was really emphatic of like, no, she's not, she's not going to end up with normal. He, in this case, isn't going to end up with Amanda Jones.
Right.
He's going to end up with Watts. So Watts
Yeah.
is Ducky
Right.
in this scenario.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And again, I was so stoked because while we all love Amanda Jones and Lea Thompson,
Well, that's-
Liesl, my wife, is a Watts.
Aw, thank you.
But she's also Amanda Jones.
I mean,
She's-
I
if you
had
saw her
some-
hair, we all
some
kind of were like,
hair.
hey, wait a second, you kind of got Amanda Jones hair.
I know. Thank you.
Which, shout out to her hairstylist. Do you want to give a shout out?
Sure, Alpine Hair Design in Nelson, BC. Jay Lynn, nice job cutting my curls with a razor and everything. Woo! There you go. There's my shout out.
Should have won awards.
Okay, here's my hot take.
Yeah, give it.
Even though I love this movie, and you know how much I love it and I watched it
Yeah.
a million times, I
Yeah.
don't know, like, what would I give it an award for? So now it's getting a rom-commy. That's how I
There you
feel.
go.
It's getting a retrospective
I mean,
rom-commy
that's the best thing you could give
award.
it. That's the
Because
biggest award
at the
there is.
time, it's like maybe for the script, kind of, because of all the deepness in the conversations, which are fabulous, and it doesn't play out the way normal things do. But as we all know, most awarding things don't like to award to comedy or romantic comedy because, they're just not
Yeah.
drama. Everybody wants drama. Don't make me sing drama. So we're giving an award, and I think it deserves the posthumous Romcommy award. There you go, Some Kind of Wonderful.
Posthumous?
Yeah, is that the word?
No.
Oh, darn.
Nothing's dead. Well, other than John Hughes.
Okay. I just mean like past, like it didn't get it then, so it's getting it now.
Let's keep the sun's going down. Let's keep moving down this
Ooh,
way,
yeah, okay.
and then let's try to get to the beach by that white van there.
Okay.
And we'll hit the beach because we're almost there. We got a handful of categories.
Handful of categories. Okay.
What would I?
What? Oh, what? What are we talking
Well, part of me does think the script almost, I think, could get an award. And I know that it has an F word in it and all that, but like John Hughes wrote a heck of a script here.
He did write
and
a heck of a
That was the
script.
part that really stood out
That is the
for
truth.
the people we watched it with.
That is true. It was the part. Well, and also, the three leads. But yes, the
But that's all
script.
writing too, like he
Yes, that's
captures these
true.
characters
That's
and
true.
and obviously, director and everybody else has influence in that, actors, but.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, I meant to say in the going back with Lea Thompson's career arc, she's done a lot of directing. So has Mary Stuart
Oh,
Masterson.
really?
Yeah,
I
she's
did not
mainly a
know.
director now.
Oh gosh.
And as people like ourselves, Liesl and I, who have been both actors and directors, there is something fun about directing. And you can see her
Yes.
getting to a point where it's like,
Yeah,
you
for
know what,
sure.
I'm tired of being in front of the camera. Let's
Totally.
get behind. And part of the reason why we do what we do right now, we're behind the camera. We
Yes,
are not
we
in
are.
front.
No, we are
Because we
not.
have been out front.
We have.
And while we're here, if you've made it this far, if you want to see our faces, we've got a plan to maybe if you want to see our faces, but we can get further into that.
Yeah.
Most cinematic moment.
Still the kiss for me.
The first kiss.
Yep. Practice kiss.
First kiss.
Practice kiss. Gets it.
And then
Big moment.
for me, for whatever reason, it's the last shot. So there you go. That's the kisses.
Oh, that's a good one too.
And with the way the
When
street
they're
light
walking
is.
down the street together.
But it's almost like a theatrical, and
Wise
it's almost.
men say only fools rush at, but I can't help falling in love with you. Right?
Yes.
It's kind of like.
You
Irish
are
or
Ariana
something.
Grande. Who said you're not Ariana Grande? Who said that? It's not true. When did it make you weep?
I wept so much this time watching it. I'm not sure if it was because the younglings were there or it was hitting me in this different way. I do not even know, but my God, I was misty. When did it first happen? I'm not even sure. It could have been the first time I saw Watts. Like, I think I saw the gloves. She's playing the drums. It's Watts. It's the beginning. I'm pretty sure I just started weeping right away.
Yeah.
I was like,
and it was a
love
great
Watts. Isn't it
circumstance. You were
beautiful?
watching it in. You were happy to introduce the movie to people you love. And
Oh God! So it was like, by the time the movie was over, quite honestly, I was exhausted.
You were.
I was like literally exhausted from all the emotion, from the songs being vibing and wanting to dance and being like, I love this song and getting so excited. To then, like just all the moments that made me weep that I thought were so beautiful, like how his sister talked to him. We've talked about some of them. The moment with his dad, the Lea Thompson moment when they're at the Hollywood Bowl and they like are honest with each other. Oh my God, like weeping.
And for me, it was when he comes out with Amanda Jones. Duncan's about to wreak some havoc and do some seductions. And he looks at her, Watts, standing by the car. Watts looks at him. Lea Thompson looks at Eric Stoltz and Watts, sees what's going on between them, makes her decision. And
Takes
at
the earrings off.
that point, Mary Stuart Masterson's pumping water, and I was like, oh my God. And especially knowing that there was indeed going to be, in fact, after all, justice for Watts.
Yes.
We should start T-shirts and things.
Justice
for
for
Watts.
Watts.
You can order them on our store, Justice for Watts T-shirts. We'll be like, what does that mean?
Right.
Words of wisdom. Lisa's got like 10 million.
Oh my God.
Well, you know what? Let's do the other two and then come back to it. Let's
What are
end
the
with
other
words
two?
of wisdom.
Okay.
Things to be learned.
Things to be learned. I think be brave, go after what you want.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times what you think you want isn't necessarily what you want. And if you don't go after that thing, then how are you going to know that it's not actually the thing that you want when you think you want it?
Yes. And that's what's so great about his character in particular, is he always goes for what he wants, even though everybody's telling him, don't do it, man, don't do it. Don't do it, pain, suffering.
Ooh, so then that's a good other one, is have a backup plan. Because he has a backup plan. We don't
Yeah.
know about it.
Yeah.
He doesn't tell us about it, but he's
Yeah.
like, oh no, I
Contingency
got this.
plans, yeah. Plan for the
Contingency.
contingencies.
Yeah, he's like, I know they're going to try and beat me up. I'm not just going to walk in there and let them pummel me.
Yeah.
I got this.
And that's what's also great about the movie, is they hide Duncan's arrival. We don't necessarily predict that. However, Duncan was already involved with the evening, with the planning. So we know that Duncan is afoot. We know he's
Yes.
involved in the subterfuge
We know
of
that
the
he
plan.
knows what's up with the whole plan.
Exactly. He knows the characters. He knows everybody who's
He
involved.
knows that they're planning on beating him up at the party.
He knows he doesn't like Craig Sheffer.
He knows that.
That's been established that
Yeah.
they're opposite people.
Yeah, for sure.
So
So yeah.
and then you know, I personally can relate to Eric Stoltz's behavior a lot of times, and in that sense of like, take that shot. Like, what do you got to lose? And especially in things like high school.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I could either go out and just, you know, say, oh, I didn't do it, and now I feel bad about it, I regret it for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Or I go like a champion, and even if I didn't get it, you have your burger flipper story. Tell that story from university.
My burger flipper story?
Yeah, why not? It embodies that.
I mean, it does. Okay.
Because
So
you're kind of Eric Stoltz.
thank you. I went to UVic, and at the time I was really into, obviously, Soundgarden, because that's the time that we were into those kind of bands.
R.I.P. Chris Cornell.
Beautiful, R.I.P. And I loved Chris Cornell so deeply, and his long hair, and I thought he was so beautiful. And there was a dude at the school who flipped burgers. He was the burger flipper, and he looked kind of like Chris Cornell with his long hair, and I was like, zang.
And you were like Watts looking at Eric Stoltz.
I was, well, no, because I didn't love him deeply. I just thought he was a hot dude, and was
Well,
like,
yeah.
you know, I'd kind of like to ask this dude
You were
out.
like Eric Stoltz looking at Lea Thompson then.
And so then I told my friends, I was like, I'm going to ask out the burger flipper. And they were like, what? That'd be cray. And then I asked him out, and he said yes. And I was like, amazing. And then we went on a date to watch him play in his band.
Oh, what?
And he played the drums. And after that, I was like, yeah, no, I'm actually not really that into him.
But the key part of the story is you went for it and you
I
were
did
a legend.
go for it. Well, and he was Amanda Jones, right?
And if
I
you-
thought that he was like
Oh,
representing
yes,
this thing that
the
I thought
burger
I
flipper
wanted, and
was
this
Amanda Jones.
idea that it was like, oh, that's what I was going for. And then I hung out with him and was like, oh, that's actually not. And yeah. So
Would you mind shooting that mountain straight out there for a second?
I really
Because people
wouldn't.
often think that there is a princess, a spirit, an
okay.
indigenous legend woman lying on her back there. Right there, that's good. You got it.
Okay, I got it right there.
And you can. I don't have to point it out. You can either see it or you can't. It's up
Okay.
to you.
There you go. Yeah. Okay, what were we talking about? What's happening? Burger
Things to be
flipper?
learned. We
Things to
learn
be
things.
learned.
Oh, so I have just one quick UVic example while we're here.
Yeah.
Is I was at UVic also.
Yes. Yeah.
We overlapped for a little
We
bit of
did.
time, didn't
We
know
both
each
went to
other.
UVic.
That's our Romcom story. Maybe we'll watch our Romcom one day. And you'll see the thing we were both at the same university, knew the same people, but walked in the same places, but didn't actually meet yet.
That's right.
Because we weren't ready, it wasn't time.
It wasn't a time.
And there were two UVic Viking starting point guards on the opposite intramural team that I was playing against. And I decided to dribble between them, and in basketball parlance, we call it splitting the D. Tried to split the D. And I got picked. They stole the ball from me. And my buddy gave me, he was giving me some guff, and he was like, why would you go for that? They're 2 UVic starting pointing guards. Like, why would you even think you could get through there? And I was like, that's exactly why. Like, this is how we think differently. We see it differently. Shout out Jefferson Fisher. Because my thought was, if I had gotten through there, I could have told that story forever. So now here I am telling the story, and it's now a lesson of failures, actually. But I went for it, and I always felt good that I went for it, and I knew that I could never explain to him why it was worth going for it. So I completely related to Eric Stoltz that way. Even though he got, he didn't get Amanda Jones, the ball got stolen by the UVic starting point guards.
That's right.
But then he got Watts.
He did.
And in this case, I got my own Watts. And her name's Liesl. Would it work as a first date movie?
Would it work as a first date movie? Absolutely.
I mean...
I think so.
Yeah.
Why not?
How would it not?
How would it not? I think
Especially
by the end
the
it's
music.
just going to really make you want to make out.
Yeah, and especially if you're that age, especially if you're like young 20s, like around between the age of the actors and teen. And I could just see everything being so relatable. You'd learn so much about life. Like, talk about things to be learned, like life lessons.
Life lessons, so
and
many
you know,
great
that, on
things.
that sense, things to be learned. Watts learns that, right? Is persevere. Like,
Persevere.
he loves something, you know.
And you never
And she
know.
does set it free. Free.
She does set him free.
And in setting free, she wins him.
So true. And he stands up to his dad.
Yeah, stand
Like,
up for yourself.
stand up for
Amanda Jones, be
yourself.
true to yourself.
Be true to yourself.
Don't put pretenses on to
We're
try
going-
to get too rich.
We're going into
Let's
quotes.
go. We're
Here
done.
It goes.
Go.
Quotes. Here it goes.
Words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom. She says, Amanda Jones. Oh my God, why don't I have
Where is
that
it?
one written
Where
down?
is it? She had it.
Amanda. But it's I don't have it.
Just
but it's
paraphrase.
basically she would rather be with alone for the right reasons than with someone for the wrong.
Bang.
Yeah.
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 I mean, that's right there. And then that's wisdom.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. This movie was so quotable. I just have a few written down.
Yeah, we're gonna leave you with this.
I felt like when we were watching this, I was just like, I could be writing down so many things. So as we said, the script, phenomenal. And here is proof in many of the quotes. Okay. One of them, this is said by Laura, which is Keith's little sister. She says, any fool can get into college. Only a select few can say the same about Amanda Jones.
Oh.
She says that to
Sassy.
their dad
Cheeky.
at the dinner table. Delightful. I can't read my own writing is the problem. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Duncan at the end, iconic beat at the party when he shows up.
Yeah.
At the party, he says, he's looking around, he says, must be a hen house because all I see is chicken shit.
Pretty
Which
well
is
my favorite line.
so fabulous. Watts, when they're at the very start of the date and she's opening the door for Amanda Jones, she says, you break his heart, I break your face. So great.
Yes.
Candace Cameron Bure has these whole parts at the dinner table where she's like giving out all these facts, and at the end she just keeps saying, my pleasure. Hilarious. It's so funny. Okay, I'm saving that one to the very end. Ray, the little iconic beat with Ray.
Crew cut guy.
Crew cut guy. He says,
Who pushes her car.
Yeah,
Good-
he
good
does
for
push
him.
her car. You know how much damage we could do to each other in an hour? So good. Oh my God. Okay, the car parkies. So Watts during the date is playing some dice with the guys parking the car.
That's an iconic beat. That's actually one of my favorite beats.
Yeah, hilarious.
We learned so much about her in that moment.
We do. Is that a seal out there?
Possibly. Yeah. It does seem to be some sort of head swimming that just went underwater. Yes, we have official seal setting.
Official seal setting. I'll try and just hold it on there and we'll see if it comes back. So these guys
Wow.
that she's playing with dice, the guys say, to win big, you got to do what? And they say, lose. And then he says, look how big, oh no, look at what we're doing now. And they say, losing big. I don't know, I so fucked that up. It was delightful. Okay, what else we got? We got, oh yeah, Watt says to Keith, she says, Keith, you're losing it. And when it's lost, all you are is a loser.
Anybody in politics in certain countries south of us want to apply that to themselves? Go ahead.
Right? When it's lost, all you are is a loser. Watts also says, better to swallow pride than blood.
Yeah, that one's great.
Yep. I like this one because I feel like you could just use it at any occasion, family, Christmas. You want to pull this one out. It's from Duncan. He says, I think it's safe to say that this party is about to become a historical fact.
Right now, this Romcommy is about to become an historical fact.
It is about to become a historical fact. And I'm going to save the very last quote that I'm going to write for the very end. I'm just going to preface everything by, wow, if you made it this far, thank you so much for tuning into our Romcommys. We have a delightful time making them for you. We are sort of at the end of our Mom Middle-Age Adventure Walk season 2 off season, and we are about to go full on into season 3. We have a very exciting adventure planned, and we are going to be a little bit more personal than just our regular walkumentaries that we have been putting out. So stay tuned. We've got a lot of exciting new content and adventures and kind of letting you in on our life and who we are a little bit more while we go on our season 3 to do. Yeah?
Yep.
Anything you'd like to add that way?
Hasta pronto.
Hasta pronto. And I'm going to end with one of the greatest quotes. Here we go. And it's as iconic beat as they're walking down the street and Keith looks to Watts and he says, oh my God, I'm going to cry. No, that's not what he says. That's me because I'm getting emotional because it's so beautiful. He says, you look good wearing my future. Thanks
True
for
love.
tuning in. True love.